Hey, have you ever caught yourself second guessing whether someone's feelings for you are starting to shift? It's like piecing together a puzzle where every glance or comment could mean something deeper, or maybe it's just your imagination running wild. Well, today, we're clearing up the confusion. Welcome to a breakdown of unmissable signs that show she's starting to like you more than just a little. But here's the deal. We're not wasting time on the same tired advice you've heard 100 times. Forget about the obvious stuff like eye contact or the classic she laughs at your jokes trope. We're taking this to a whole new level. This is your personal guide to spotting the subtler signs. These are the moments that might look small on the surface, but speak volumes if you know where to look. Maybe it's in the way she makes time for things she knows matter to you, or how she seems to light up just a bit more when you walk into the room. Sometimes it's what she doesn't say that reveals the most. By the end of this video, you'll know how to connect the dots and recognize these hidden hints. No guessing games, no overthinking, just a practical, relatable roadmap to understanding her feelings with clarity. So stick around, because together we're decoding the quiet signals that tell you loud and clear she's catching feelings. She reschedules a date she can't make. Imagine the scenario. You've just made plans for a dinner date or a quick coffee outing, and she suddenly realizes she has a prior commitment. Now, the easy option would be for her to cancel without much explanation, or say, maybe next time. But instead, she goes the extra mile and promptly suggests an alternative time or date. This small, often overlooked action speaks volumes about how much she values spending time with you. Rescheduling isn't just about rearranging a calendar. It's a clear indication that she doesn't want to lose the opportunity to see you. If she's juggling a busy life packed with work, friends, or personal interests and still carves out time for you, that's a strong sign of interest. It means you're more than just a fleeting thought in her day. Efforts like these show that you hold a uniquely meaningful place in her life. For example, maybe her schedule is packed because she has an important project at work, but as soon as she realizes she has to miss your dinner plan, she quickly proposes Friday instead. She texts you saying something like, "I hate to miss tonight, but would you be free later this week instead? I'd really love to catch up." What she's really saying is, spending time with you is too important to skip. I'll make it work. Even better, pay attention to how eager she is when suggesting the reschedule. If she follows up multiple times or seems genuinely disappointed about the initial conflict, that's another signal. These little actions demonstrate not just interest but care. No one moves their calendar around for someone they're indifferent to. Her initiative here isn't random. It's her way of showing that your time together matters deeply to her. Do her friends and family know about you? Here's a big one. If she starts mentioning you to her closest circle of friends, or even her family, it's time to read between the lines. This isn't something most people do casually. When she's telling others about you, whether it's sharing funny stories or simply saying she's been spending time with you, it shows that you've taken on an important role in her life. For instance, maybe a mutual friend casually mentions, "Oh, she told us about the hiking trip you went on last weekend." That shows she's comfortable discussing her time with you in a way that suggests you're more than just someone she knows. It's her way of making you part of her personal narrative, a story she actively shares with the people closest to her. Even more telling is when she introduces you to her loved ones. This signals that she wants you to connect with the people she cares about most. If she values their opinion, she likely sees you as someone with long-term potential. For example, if she casually drops, "My brother would find your sense of humor hilarious," and then actually introduces you to her brother, you've crossed into an inner circle of trust. This openness also gives you a glimpse into her life. Why is it significant? Because people only share personal details about someone when they feel proud or genuinely happy to have that person in their life. Her willingness to integrate you into her social and family dynamics shows not only affection, but also respect for the role you're beginning to play in her world. 3. She initiates contact frequently. Take a moment and think. who usually starts the conversations between the two of you. If you're noticing that she is consistently the one texting, calling, or initiating plans, it's safe to say you're on her mind a lot. This proactive approach is one of the clearest signs that she's catching feelings, because it demonstrates that she genuinely enjoys communicating with you. Some people are reserved and won't immediately come rushing to text every day, but even subtle patterns of initiating contact can signal interest. For example, she might send you a meme that reminded her of an inside joke you share, or she could check in with a casual, "How's work going today?" These are small, easy ways for her to keep the door of communication open, and it's not accidental. Or maybe she takes things further and makes plans without prompting. She might casually suggest, "Hey, there's this new brunch spot I'd love to try. Want to join me this weekend?" Invitations like these indicate she wants to invest time in you, not out of obligation, but because she truly enjoys your company. Think of it as her way of saying, "I like having you in my life, and I want more of it." It's also worth noting how consistent this communication is. If she's initiating contact regularly, as opposed to the occasional message here and there, it's a strong reflection of her feelings. She's showing that you're not some passing thought, you're a priority in her day. And when someone takes the first step time and time again, it's clear they really care about the connection. 4. She fidgets nervously whenever you're around. And this one can be hard to catch, but once you do, it's like a light bulb switches on. If she tends to act a little nervous or fidgety when you're around, it's a subtle yet telling sign that her feelings might be deeper than she's letting on. Fidgeting could manifest as playing with her hair, adjusting her clothes, or even a rolling laugh that seems a bit out of place. These nervous habits show that she's hyper aware of how she presents herself to you. For example, she might constantly touch her necklace or rearrange her drink while you're talking. It's not random. It's a mix of excitement and self-consciousness. She's likely trying to strike a balance between impressing you and relaxing in your presence, which can be a tricky emotional dance. Sometimes her nervous reactions may lead to accidental oversharing, awkward chokes, or blushing. While it might feel unusual at first, these moments are windows into her vulnerability. They're signs that she values the impression she's making, especially on you. People don't behave this way around others. They find unimportant. Pay attention to how she moves and acts when she's with other people compared to how she behaves around you. If you notice a shift in energy, maybe her laughter comes faster, or she seems more animated, that's likely her way of channeling all that nervous energy toward connecting with you. It's not about perfection, it's about the effort she's making just to be near you, even if it feels a bit clumsy at times. 5. She becomes a sports fanatic. Now, this one is a bit intriguing. If you've noticed that she's suddenly deeply interested in sports, and sports were never her thing, take it as a major sign. It's not just about liking sports, it's about showing interest in something that matters to you. When someone takes the time to learn about your hobbies or passions, they're trying to create a stronger connection. Picture this. You're super into football, and suddenly she's asking about game schedules, players, or even suggesting watching a match together. Does this mean she's secretly become a die-hard fan overnight? Probably not, but it does mean that she's trying to meet you halfway, stepping into your world so you can have shared experiences. That speaks volumes about her feelings for you. These efforts aren't limited to sports. It could be anything you're passionate about, from photography to video games or cooking. What's important here is her effort. She doesn't need to become an expert in your interests, but the mere act of showing curiosity signals she's invested in understanding what makes you tick. Her willingness to engage this way isn't about faking an interest. It's about creating lasting memories and ensuring you feel supported in the things you love. That extra step she's taking, it's her way of saying, "I care about you, and I want to understand the things that bring you joy." It's not just endearing, it's a clear sign she's emotionally invested in building something deeper with you. 6. She's genuinely interested in your life. If she's keen to learn about your life, your passions, fears, daily habits, or even the quirkiest things, it's a strong sign her feelings are growing deeper. This isn't superficial small talk. It's her way of trying to know the real you. The questions she asks might seem casual, but they're her way of peeling back the layers to understand what makes you tick. For example, she might ask about your childhood, your hobbies, or your future aspirations. Maybe she dives into specific topics, like why you love playing the guitar, or how you got into hiking. These aren't random queries. She genuinely wants to connect with your world. Efforts like these show emotional investment. She's not just nodding along, but actively engaging in a way that shows she cares. And it doesn't stop with questions. She remembers the details you share, bringing them up later in ways that make you realize she's been paying attention all along. Another giveaway, she supports your ambitions. Maybe she asks how your big work presentation went or encourages you to chase a goal you mentioned in passing. When someone takes the time to cheer you on for your wins or support you through your challenges, it's about more than casual concern. It's about being in your corner because your happiness matters to her. Her interest in your life means she's not just observing from the sidelines, she's invested in being part of your story. 7. She laughs or giggles around you. Okay, here's an undeniable clue. If she can't stop laughing or giggling at the things you say or do, even things that aren't particularly funny, you're in her good graces. Laughter in this context is all about connection. When someone likes you, they're naturally more attuned to finding joy in your company. It's not just about the jokes. It's about the way you make her feel. For instance, maybe you tell a story about something mundane, like your last grocery trip, and she laughs like it's the funniest thing she's heard all day. You might even catch her laughing before the punchline. Proof that the sound of your voice is enough to crack her up. Laughter creates a sense of ease and harmony between two people, and her giggles are her way of enjoying the moment with you. Even better, her laughter isn't just reactive. It's collaborative. She dives into your humor and builds on it, creating inside jokes or playful exchanges that feel like a world only the two of you share. Little things like this add to the emotional intimacy she feels toward you. Her smiles and laughs aren't random. They're her way of saying, I really enjoy being with you. 8. She mirrors your actions. Here's an interesting one. If she's mirroring your behaviors, it's a subconscious signal that there's a connection brewing. Mirroring happens naturally when we're drawn to someone, as it's our brain's way of fostering a sense of closeness. If you notice her subtly copying your gestures, expressions, or even the way you speak, it's a surefire sign she's feeling aligned with you. For example, if you lean forward while talking, she might do the same. If you laugh and push your hair back, you might catch her adjusting her hair shortly after. These aren't things people consciously do. They're little reflections of closeness that show she feels comfortable and connected around you. It's the kind of mimicry that strengthens bonds without either of you realizing it. But mirroring doesn't stop at body language. Pay attention to her tone and word choice. If she starts using phrases you use often or adopts a joking manner similar to yours, then she's not just mirroring, but syncing with your energy. It's almost like she's saying, I like the way you are, and I want to share in that vibe. Don't mistake these actions as calculated or planned. They're her natural response to liking you. Mirroring is her way of communicating. We're on the same wavelength without explicitly having to say so. It's subtle, charming, and speaks volumes about her growing feelings. 9. She compliments you and lifts you up. Everyone loves a good compliment, but when she starts actively pointing out things she admires about you, it's more than just politeness. Compliments from her feel personal and meaningful, and they're her way of letting you know how much she appreciates you, whether it's your personality, looks, skills, or even those funny quirks you might not think twice about. For example, she might say something like, you're so good at keeping things calm. How do you always know how to handle pressure like that? Or, I love how passionate you are when you talk about your hobbies. These aren't surface level comments. They're genuine observations that highlight what makes you unique in her eyes. It's her way of saying, I notice you and I really like what I see. And it doesn't stop there. She'll actively go out of her way to lift you up, especially when you're feeling down. Whether it's encouraging words before a big day or sweet little reminders of how great she thinks you are, her compliments are about making you feel valued. It's not just idle flattery, it's her way of reinforcing that you're important to her and that she's rooting for you. 10. She opens up about her past, dreams, and more. Few things are as telling as the moments when she opens the vault and starts sharing her personal stories. When someone feels comfortable enough to reveal their inner thoughts, childhood memories, or future aspirations, they're letting you into a very private space. If she's sharing these pieces of herself with you, it's not accidental. It's her way of deepening the bond and letting you know she trusts you. For example, she might tell you about the challenges she's overcome, the supportive people in her life, or even the embarrassing moments that shaped who she is today. These glimpses into her life aren't just ordinary small talk, they reflect her desire to connect with you on a deeper level. When someone willingly shows vulnerability, it's because they see you as someone worth trusting. Opening up is also her way of gauging your own level of interest. If you're actively listening, asking her questions, or sharing pieces of yourself in return, she'll likely feel even closer. These conversations are the foundation for an emotional connection that goes beyond surface level attraction. By letting you into her world, she's signaling that she sees you as someone who could play a meaningful role in her future. When she starts sharing these details with you, don't take it lightly. It's rare for someone to offer this level of openness, unless they're genuinely interested and see the potential for something real.